Ladies and gentlemen, for what we are about, may the giver of all things be praised. And brethren, ladies and gentlemen, whilst we wine and dine, let us be mindful of the need.
Otumfuo said to the second, most grateful grand patron, to take wine with all present standing. Ladies and gentlemen, to please, Otumfuo said to the second, to take wine with past and honorary most grateful grandmasters. By using the chisel, the compasses, the mallets, and even the square. I've been corrected in my little corner. So I'll go back and say, when you go back, sample far inch. So I'll propose the tools again. Our request, Otumfuo said to the second, wishes to take wine because suffering man, Dr. Isiaka the second, overlord of Cables. I give a blessing as very ladies and gentlemen. We are all acquiring the Otumfuo said the second. And please, the Otumfuo said to the second, take wine with all ladies present. All ladies present. And now we can go for dinner. I keep addressing gentlemen. Gentlemen, in nature we call you cowards or eavesdroppers. Otumfuo said, we please to take wine with all gentlemen. It will please Otumfuo said to take wine with Nananum in our midst who are basis. I think this is a special one. Nananum.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray. For what we have received, may the giver of all things be praised. Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, let us still Be mindful of the unfortunate ones. Amen. Very ladies and gentlemen, remain upstanding for the loyal toast.
To the President of the Republic of Ghana. Gentlemen, may the ladies be seated, please. And the non-Masons also. Those who are not Freemasons, kindly resume your seats. Brethren, I give you the toast to the craft. Still remaining upstanding, brethren. Brethren, I give you the toast to the Grand Lodge of Ghana.
Worshipful the Grand Master, most worshipful the Grand Patron, most worshipful around the high table, leaders of delegations, right worshipful, very worshipful brethren, ladies, gentlemen, and brethren of the mystic tie. 10 years ago, I was the Grand Master. And I had a very eminent brother, Justice V.C.R.A.C. Crabbe, as my Deputy Grand Master. He has since joined the Grand Lodge above. But after having served for 2 clear years, I needed to make a change, to give another qualified brother the chance to make an imprint on the Grand Lodge of Ghana. And I think this was in Port Harcourt. Early morning, I called the brother seated on my left hand to help me in selecting a Deputy Grand Master. I went for a walk with him. The walk included attending a barber's. You know how the Port Harcourt barbers, how they use their blade. And on our way back, indeed, on our way back, I asked him, who do you think I should appoint as my deputy? And he said, oh, Opemsuo, I'm around and I'll serve you. Wow. I didn't take 1 minute to think about it. And I said, okay, senior brother, if you want to do it, it's yours. So now my late deputy grandmaster, as we say in Freemasonry, becomes my closest advisor. And then I went into caucus with him. And then I said, listen, Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II has served his just and lawful time as a provincial Grandmaster North. In his capabilities, the aura, everything, we should elevate him to a point where he doesn't come into the lodge and anybody sits down. This is the foundation of the Grand Patron. I discussed this in the 1 hour or so meeting I had with my late deputy grandmaster. He spoke for about 40 minutes, and I spoke for only 20 minutes. So we decided that the Grand Lodge of Ghana Constitution had to be amended to incorporate the office of Grand Patron to honor our one and only Otumfuo Osei-Tutu. Brethren will recall that my then deputy grandmaster, who is now the grandmaster, moved the motion, and I got a brother to second the motion to amend the Constitution of the Grand Lodge of Ghana. But in Masonic jurisprudence, whenever a proposal is made, it has to be confirmed at the following annual communication. Indeed, it was confirmed. But by the time the Otumfuo would be made a Grand Patron, I had demitted office. Brethren, today I am proposing a toast to my late Deputy Grandmaster, but now most worshipful the Grandmaster. And I want to tell you that he influenced my decision to amend the Constitution, and thereby the celebration of today's ceremony. My brother, most worshipful the Grandmaster, I thank you very much. You gave me the best advice I could have. Most worshipful brother, I have just let you into the inner workings of the Grand Lodge. You need to work with the brethren who are senior, who know what Freemasonry is about. His 55 years in Masonry, 56 years as a chartered accountant. He's just corrected me that he's been a chartered accountant for 57 years. So, my brethren, and pardon me if I switch to my mother tongue. Oka ho ni yekotwa adua no. Oka ho ni yedi sing achene no. Ne bede na ne yedi bo wo mranga ubeke se wontia na. So, Otumfuo the Grandmaster, let me try and translate it in. You were part of the foundation, you were part of the decision. So in executing it, you were part. So I cannot take you out of the results. And you deserve a lot of congratulations. Indeed, at the time he was elected Grandmaster, he was the oldest Grandmaster Grand Lodge has ever had. And there were brethren who thought old age would mean dullness. But it's never been so. Today is a culmination that you can never equate old age with dullness. But for me, whilst I was the youngest Grandmaster ever elected, I worked with the older people to get stability in the Grand Lodge. And he was the kingpin of the old people. Another side to him, in the temple, he was so proud to say that the school Brother Niboni Andrew's grandfather founded with Otumfuo Seoseajiman Prempe II, he's a proud product of that school. But my brother, you educate all your sons in Adisado. So, for the school's great name. Otumfuo the Grandmaster. Indeed, I am told that if you had a choice, you would even have educated your daughters even in Adisado. Ladies, gentlemen, brethren of the craft, brethren of the mystic tie, Otumfuo brother Nana Ose Achini Bonsu has discharged his responsibilities with a lot of candor, merriment, and the success of this evening, celebrating our grand patron, should be celebrated, but it has to be celebrated with 60% of his input. I only signed the document to create the role of grand patronship. I thank you very much. I'm happy I have a good working relationship with you, my brother. And on this occasion, you shall sit down and I'll ask everybody in this magnificent, you know me. Otumfuo, the school in which you educated your 8 sons, all of them. Mami, come and sit. The school in which you educated your sons, the school that you found it fit to consecrate a new Lord, St. Nicholas Lord, for is grateful to you, and on this occasion, most worshipful my brother, we honor you. Oceans rose. Now I'll ask all of us, ladies included, to rise and let us drink lustily to the toast of the most worshipful, the Grand Master, Nana Ose Achiri Bosu.
Thank you, brethren, ladies and gentlemen. On this occasion, I'm asked to respond to a toast and at the same time propose the toast of the most worshipful Grand Patron. But let me first comment on some of the things he said. Some time ago, about 60 years ago, about 60 years ago, when I was in Glasgow with Osaberima, the people behind where we lived, Maryhill, they said they were introducing some dirt there because the place was too neat and they wanted people to be acclimatized to certain things. It's true, my first 2 sons went to Addis Ababa, but they were too good. I wanted them to go there to find out why people say Atmota is such a good school. So they went there, they came back, and I'm happy to say they did not acquire any of the habits I heard the other students had. Brethren, I wish many of the things he said about me were true and that I am qualified for those things. Having heard these lofty things about me, I think he's charged me to live as a man and as a mason. It's true, at the time I was elected the Grand Master, I was the oldest, and I don't think, at least in the foreseeable future, we are going to have somebody older than me to assume the chair. By His grace, I'm 85 years, 5 months, 13 days old today. So let me now thank you for heartily receiving the toast proposed by the late Grand Master. And for those of us who are not in the Scottish, the MD past master is called the late. So who are not in the Irish, so the MD past master is called the late. Brethren, if the order is to retain what we teach, if the order is to teach what we profess, and if we can prove to people that we are professing what we vow, then I think Freemasonry is on the right path. Brethren, we started this Grand Lodge. It's unfortunate, just as in Nigeria, some people do not want to join the Grand Lodge. But we feel it is our duty to make our Grand Lodge work. And the Grand Lodge cannot work without the men who are in it. And also cannot work without the assistance of the ladies who are aspiring to be husbands negatively. I'm not going to say wives, to be husbands of Freemasons. We are here as an order. We are taught that we meet on the level, that is, we meet equally. I say so because when my Lord and Master was celebrating the Akweside, a friend Freemason saw the pictures with me, with my cloth tied up to the breast, and he said I was in heaven, because he even wanted just to have a sight of the golden stool. And if I was watching it, then he felt I was in heaven. Now, I'm not only watching the golden stool, but by His grace, I'm here on the table next to the person in whose care is the golden stool. Brethren, we act as Freemasons. We talk as Freemasons. We learn as Freemasons. But I wonder whether we practice what is in our lives as Freemasons. Some have the qualities and the merits of doing one thing. The merits of the others may not be as evident as those who have those qualities of doing things. When I was a provincial Grand Master, I said in my province that you don't assess yourself and say you are better qualified for an office than the other person when you do not know what the other person is doing. And I think the same thing goes for the officers of Grand Lodge. Time is spent, time is gone, but give me just 1 minute more to say something. Unfortunately, between him and me, if we were if Otumfuo was not here, he said, I'm Osei, and literally, you know what it means. And I say he's Osai. So you know. But those who don't know, we are brothers because we belong to the same Oyoko clan. 2 days more. 2 days more. Brethren, I have started calling myself the incoming past grandmaster. I say that because we have started the process of electing a new grandmaster who will take office from May. We do this every 4 years, and we pray that whoever we choose will be able to bring the Grand Lodge a step higher than what we have been able to do. Now, most worshipful Grand Patron, you are the person who has brought the Grand Lodge to this stage. You celebrate so many anniversaries now, but as Freemasons, we are particularly interested in your Silver Jubilee as a Freemason, and also on your Silver Jubilee on the stool of the Asante Nation. From records available, and as far as memories can call to mind, somewhere in 2007 or 2008, one Bema Kokudia submitted an application to Lodge Osei Tutu, number 1776, to become a member of the Lodge. The application was signed by Brother Osei Tutu Bonsu, Otumfuo's son, and the second person to sign that application was Brother Osei Asamoah Bonsu, his nephew. Fortunately, by the time he had become a member, he had transformed and changed his name to Otumfuo Osei Tutu Abebio. To those of us who don't know, when you adopt a name of a past king, he's the second one. So they'll say to who came and went has come again into Abebio. He had thus become the third Asantehene in a row, and on the golden stool to be made a Mason. His uncle, Otumfuo Adman Prempeh II, had been initiated into Lodge Morality number 1366, as it then was. Now number 9? Number 13, on the rule of the Grand Lodge of Ghana. His brother Otumfuo Opoku II has also been initiated into Lodge Kumasi number 1472. Both monarchs of Asanteman became depute district grand masters and honorary senior grand wardens, depute district grand masters of District Grand Lodge of Ghana, and honorary senior grand wardens of the Grand Lodge of Scotland. The highest grand rank any brother out of Scotland could aspire to. May we mention here that at the Constitution of Lodge Osei Tutu in 1989, Brother Harry Sawyer writing the oration, stated that the Civitatis Asantiensis Conditor, the founder of the Asante nation, Opemsuo or Tutu Penning, had been a Freemason, bearing in mind his charity, his uprightness, his dedication to duty, the truth he taught and practiced, and in many other ways, the Masonic principles he exhibited. It is therefore not surprising to us that our current king and patron, following from such honored traditions in Masonry, has exhibited such qualities as he is acknowledged for. Brethren, so much has been said about the deeds of our patron as an individual, as Asantehene, and as a statesman, that to attempt to say anything more about such attributes may only be exploratory. Probably, not with hindsight, but rather learned foresight, born from experience with interpersonal relationships, the leaders of the order in Ghana at the time, in this case, decided that his admission procedures, if it were Freemasons, the ceremonies, should be undertaken and were undertaken by the district Grand Lodge, the highest body of the order in the country at the time. In our view as Freemasons, he has brought to the forefront of our minds the lessons expounded with respect to our duties as superiors, as equals, and as subordinates, to show concern and affection for the other, and to encourage others to prove their worth without seeming to suppress the zeal, hopes, and dreams of any other person. We are reminded of the stories we heard in the craft, that his revered uncle, Left now come right worship brother Otumfuo Adman Prempe II, serve with honor to himself and clear example and lesson to his brethren, the office of district grand steward, and served his subjects who held higher offices in the craft in his days. This then is a trait we all need to appreciate. Our grand patron's love for truth in all his deeds and pronouncements, his appeal for peaceful settlement of issues among people, proper recognition of and respect for order and society generally, and as shown in the Lodge, and his stance on proper procedures in all things, have urged us on to appreciate the value of our order and to imprint on our hearts the duties of truth and virtue which bring honor. In stating this, we remember the growing tribute he paid to Brother Opoku Adman, known to some of us as Abrantier, when Abrantier willingly stood down in favor of Otumfuo as master-elect of his lodge. This cost Abrantier his mastership of the lodge. On my assumption of office as Grand Master, I appealed to him, the Grand Patron, for support to acquire a specific property on the Kojo Thompson Road, Accra, to be used as Grand Lodge Secretariat. He graciously agreed to assist. However, when the Grand Lodge Board of General Purposes, accepting the report of her brother not to go ahead with the purchase, the acquisition of the property was not done. I think this is the first time I'm making it clear that somebody was willing, able, and ready to assist us to some level to acquire that property. We noted with joy, Eminent Grand Patron, you are deigning to accept the office of Provincial Grand Master of our Provincial Grand Lodge North on the constitution of the Grand Lodge of Ghana. We observe that without neglecting the onerous responsibilities as a new Asantehene and observing the chiefs and stewards to see how they serve, servers and members of the palatial household as new Asantehene, you found time to oversee the functioning of Provincial Grand Lodge. We recall with relish the meetings held under your care. You truly were to remind us of the first duty imposed on us in the 24-inch gauge respect to labor for ourselves, our dependents, and our brethren. You did not look on those duties and your engagements now as our patron as toil. You considered and do consider this as a pleasure and as a means of setting good example for your brethren. Eminent Grand Patron, you accepted the rank of Honorary Grand Master, the first such honor to a subscribing member of the Grand Lodge, to make you a silent listener, giving you an oversight responsibility for the works of Grand Lodge. Brethren, all cases taken to court end up and are settled at Menchia. It is therefore very appropriate that the title of Grand Patron has been conferred on him. We thank you, Eminent Grand Patron, for your support and leadership. Having said this, brethren, if you have these books here, can we now sing? Now praise you, great and famous men. Brother organist, now praise you, great and famous men. The two stanzas in the book. The second verse. Your desire to heal Otumfuo, which has been ignored by the central government over the years. As Grand Master, and as you have, and as your preferred auditor of the Otumfuo team, I now ask on Grand Secretary to come to receive a small gift from the Grand Lodge. The amount collected at the annual communication and at this meeting will be presented at a later date. And now for what's their number? I have to find it.
Freedom? Yes. Okay, I start again. Most worshipful Grand Master, most worshipful Grand Patron, we have here two gifts from the Grand Lodge of Benin, sent to you by the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Benin. One is the Amazon. I'm sure you're aware of it. It's this army of women that decided to fight against colonialism. This is Bill Guerra. He was a warrior. He started a rebellion against French colonialism. And these two symbols, we believe, depict some of the values of Masonry, which are freedom, sense of duty, and also the divine missions that both of you have been bestowed by the Almighty. Thank you. Thank you.
Respectable frère Sylvain Koyo, je vous remets ce cadeau qui représente l'Afrique avec les maçons au service de ce beau continent. Voilà, avec toutes ces amitiés aux 13 patrons, maîtres, patrons.
We've come tonight not to celebrate the 15th anniversary, but to celebrate the 25th anniversary of your sitting on the throne. When the Grand Master was installed, we presented him a gift from Liberia. Today, we are here to give you a gift as you celebrate 25 years on the throne. So, on behalf of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of the Republic of Liberia, we present to you, wait, it's open. It's upside down. They were tying. On this quilt that is handmade, it's been for over 200 years, handmade in Liberia. You see that we have the mother, who is the head of our families. There you see the rising sun coming to keep light in masonry. And the palm tree that depicts strength, longevity, and productivity. This quilt we gave to you made by hand from the women of Liberia. Please accept it. Most worshipful the Grand Patron, we love you. Congratulations. May your reign continue to be successful. God bless you. Thank you.
Good evening. Rapid. So, thank you. A fountain pen, Masonic. And on the body, you see a different type of symbol. You will recognize them. Thank you for having us.
Right, watchfuls, brethren, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. A quarter of a century ago, a fine gentleman was admitted to the ancient and honorable society that we all belong to. And it is always proud that the very lodge that admitted him should celebrate tonight. Because 25 years ago, Osei Lodge made most watchful brother Otumfuo Osei II a Freemason. So 25 years down the line, we are more proud to be here to celebrate with our esteemed brother. Not only was he an initiate, he rose to become a master of our lodge. He also made us proud by becoming the Primus Provincial Grand Master, Provincial Grand Lodge North. Moreover, our esteemed brother became the Honorary Grand Master and was also made the Grand Patron. So tonight, in keeping with that faith, he followed the footsteps of his forebears, the 14th king of Asante, Otumfuo Osei Prempeh II, and the 15th king, Otumfuo Opokuwari II, by becoming a Mason. We are here tonight to present this lovely portrait of most watchful brother Otumfuo Osei II. Not only that, we are joining joining the Grand Lodge in their presentation to the whole confirmatory project. So 25 years, every year is 1,000, and we are presenting an additional 25,000 Ghana cedis to what Grand Lodge is presenting to add to the whole confirmatory project. So this is the top rate and then the check of 25,000. We bid you all, and may the great architect of the universe continue to bless you and make you great. Thank you, Otumfuo.
Omei sebe you senye you among yene what's it? So it goes to infer that we all have a responsibility for Ghana, and as to how we make it is dependent on all of us. Most Worshipful Grandmaster, leaders of delegation, Most Worshipful past Grandmasters, brethren-all, invited ladies and then gentlemen, today has been a wonderful day. It's been a day from the temple to here in celebration of my 25 years as a Santini and 25 years as a Mason. Since February, there's been celebrations all through here. We've done that. But today's celebration has been one that has put me on the level with my brothers. And it gladdens my heart to see my fellow brothers that I haven't seen for some time, those who were not privileged to be in the celebration, for me to meet them tonight. And I thank you all very much for honoring the invitation of Grand Lord to be here. Today at the temple, I said that I have two wishes. The major one is to see that Grand Lodge grows so that, and I think I have it here, I said, looking forward to the future, I have two hopes. First, that the Grand Lodge will grow in stature in the coming years with dedicated brethren united in brotherly love, providing relief to the needy and acting truthfully at all times. What is more important to me is dedicated brethren united in brotherly love and also acting truthfully. We all know from the inception of Grand Lodge up to this time, I've had Opemsuo speaking, I've had my Grandmaster speaking, I have the past Grandmaster sitting by me. There has been some turmoils, health deals and all those things. I think the scramble to be the Grandmaster is also destroying the Grand Lodge. We have to be very clear, and I believe strongly that there must be a system where if we groomed our leaders, whoever we are looking up to, it will be more smooth sailing, it will be more appropriate,
and we all rally around the Grand Master to lead the Lodge. No one can deny the fact that during his term, there has been some misgivings. The meetings, I'm told, in Accra, people don't attend. I am told people refuse to go. It is not his person. It is not his person. It is not Okuchasio's person. It is the Grand Lord that we are talking about. And therefore, let us straighten it up now. Let's use this occasion as you celebrate with me 25 years of my Freemasonry and 25 years as a Santene to come together as brothers again and then march forward. That's why I quoted this, that we have to brotherly love, not providing relief to the needy, I know, but acting truthfully to ourselves and believing the vows that we committed to belong to this craft, to belong to Grand Lodge, is what we mean really to profess. I am straightforward to a point, so people don't maybe appreciate it, but I am always honest and straight to the point. I don't hide things at all. I don't pretend. I always want things to be straight to the point. What I hate is people sitting down as brothers and yet harboring things within them. Laughing with people when they don't mean it. That is not the Lord. That is not the craft. Let us face realities here. And let us belong as brothers so we can build this Grand Lord together. So I thank you. I thank Grand Lord for this opportunity, for the love you've shown to me as your Grand Patron, celebrating me 25 years as a Santehene, 25 years as a Mason. And I believe strongly that we shall soldier on. But let's be truthful to ourselves that we bond together as brothers, and therefore we follow the rules and regulations of the craft so that we can move on. So next time, tomorrow, when we meet like this, genuinely, we'll be meeting as brothers. I thank you very much.
Good fellow, he's a jolly good fellow, oh, he's a jolly good fellow, and so say all of us. Thank you. We the Masons have heard. Let's contemplate on these things and make ourselves true and proper men. For those who are not yet with us, listen to the words of wisdom. Masonry is one of the most wonderful fraternities a man can join. You hear it, you won't believe it. But when you become one, you ask yourself, why didn't I come earlier? Word to the wise is enough. The ladies assist us in our search, and we all aid our united endeavors. Thank you. I can see the flowers, so many on the tables. At this point, we'll call on the Provincial Grand Master North to propose a toast to our ladies.
Most worshipful Grand Master, most worshipful Brother Nana Ose Achunu Bonsu, most worshipful Grand Patron, His Royal Highness, most worshipful Brother Otumfuo Ose Tutu II, Royal Majesty, most worshipfuls, right worshipfuls, distinguished ladies, and gentlemen, and brethren all. Tonight, we gather in the spirit of brotherhood and celebration, not only to celebrate and honor our noble fraternity, but also to celebrate our grand patron and our revered monarch on his 25th anniversary of enthronement as Asantehene. In his august company, it is but proper that we raise our glasses to the ladies among us. Ladies whose elegance, ladies whose nurturing and support, and whose constant presence illuminates our lives generally and glamorize this special communication. Ladies, you are the silent pillars of our strength, the unseen architects of harmony, and the gentle hearts that warm our homes and our halls. Your unwavering support and steadfast encouragement enable us to pursue the lofty ideals of Freemasonry with renewed vigor and dedication. As we celebrate this momentous milestone of our King and Grand Patron, it will be remiss on our part to forget to celebrate you, the queens of our hearts, whose contributions to our lives and our society are so invaluable as they are immeasurable. So, brethren and gentlemen, let us raise our glasses high in a toast to our beautiful ladies. Ladies, to your grace, to your wisdom, and to your everlasting charm. May you continue to inspire us, guide us, and bring joy to our lives. For it is through your light that we are able to shine even better as better men of virtue. Brethren, charge your blessings and let's drink lustfully to our beautiful and elegant women.
An eclectic evening, an eclectic afternoon. Most worshipful Grand Master, most worshipful the Grand Patron, Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. Our guests, most worshipful Grand Masters and leaders of delegations, past Grand Masters, brethren, ladies, and gentlemen. Thank you, Brother Augustine Amankwa, for proposing this toast to us, your ladies, who have joined you to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II's enthronement as Asantehene. We're also privileged to celebrate and congratulate Otumfuo on the silver jubilee of seeing the Masonic light. It is also the 15th anniversary of the consecration of the Grand Lodge of Ghana. And I can stand here proudly and speak to the fact that I've been in the trenches with the men who made it possible. With the man who made it possible. My beloved husband, Uncle KG Opemsuo, the former IGP. We had many dinners to raise funds to pay what we owe the Scottish to be able to get our sovereign Grand Lodge in place. Thank you. There's a lot to celebrate and a lot to be thankful for tonight. To our beloved husbands and partners, many of whom have journeyed with us as true Masons, and my husband here is a true Mason. And true Masons are socially responsible, keeping and practicing the tenets of brotherly love, relief, and truth. We applaud all of you gentlemen tonight. I see a lot of young ladies tonight, and I take this opportunity to share with them the journey. We also applaud all of you men for working to perfect your walk through life by keeping close the 4 virtues. Fortitude, strength of mind, to be courageous, and our men are courageous. Prudence, the ability to govern and discipline oneself. The most disciplined person in my life is Charles. Temperance, self-control, and I've met many a Mason who have that. And that's why I'm always delighted to be in your assembly. Justice, just behavior or treatment of people in your space in a very fair way. I've met many in my journey with my beloved husband who will dare these virtues, values. I know for sure the moments when you gather after each of your meetings, you have the opportunity that offers you the moment to review and renew those vows that you're taught during initiation, and to come home to us and to hold true those values. And that's why we continue to support you as Masons. We benefit as your partners because you hold true those tenets that have been taught. Today at Labor, we had the beautiful privilege of hearing from Brother Dr. Bonnie Andrews. Dr. Andrews, listening to Brother Dr. Niboni Andrews and experiencing his oratorical skills, which I'd heard about from our late brother, Professor and brother, Dr. Yawe Sifi of Lord Achimota, on the 50th anniversary of that particular lodge. He talked to me about how Dr. Andrews and my beloved husband here just shared amazing moments. Today, Dr. Andrews shared with us the beautiful journey of who Freemasons are. He wove a beautiful story about the Jubilee, the tree, and all of that, the fig tree, the comb tree, and those of us who were privileged to be present at labor heard a story. He also mentioned that providence is the reason why we're here. So never take it for granted. To be, as ladies in the assembly of these men, to be invited is a rare privilege, and I never take it for granted. For as many years as I have journeyed with this beloved young man, I never take it for granted. And for the younger women in our assembly tonight, I encourage you to be ready, talk to them, encourage the men, because this is the only opportunity to be with the finest gentlemen ever, ever, ever. And I mean that for real. I have traveled in many places all over the world, and people show up, and I always ask my husband, who's this person? And he simply says, he's a Mason. So support your husbands. Just ask them, when is the next meeting? When are we allowed to be part of your meeting? What are we supposed to wear? Yesterday, I was doing the banter with him. Shall I wear this or shall I wear that? And we do that all the time. So, for me, it's a journey of grace. And I just love Masons because they're true. And a good Mason gives you nothing but total peace of mind. On behalf of all the ladies tonight, we say thank you. May I ask all the ladies who are present to be upstanding, to just applaud the men, applaud our men, and to say thank you for making us part of this amazing journey. We love you, we appreciate you, and we will continue to support you to practice the true tenets of Freemasonry. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you. It is with great humility and gratitude that I stand before you today on this joyous occasion to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Otumfuo the Second's ascending the Golden Stool and his 25th anniversary in craft masonry. While we commemorate these significant milestones achieved by His Royal Majesty, I want to focus our attention on the visiting brethren who have graced this ceremony. Our Masonic fraternity is built on the pillars of brotherly love, relief, and truth. These principles transcend borders and unite us as one global brotherhood. The presence of our visiting brethren here tonight is a great testament to these timeless values, reinforcing the bonds that tie us together and mutual respect and shared purpose. Visiting brethren, your journey here exemplifies the spirit of masonry. Your willingness to travel, to connect, and to share in our celebration speaks volumes of the strength of our fraternal brotherhood. You bring your diverse experiences, wisdom, and perspective that enrich our lodge and remind us of the broader tapestry of our Masonic family. On this special occasion, as we honor the 25 years of enlightened leadership of Otumfuo Oseitutu, let us celebrate the unity and fellowship that you, our visiting brethren, represent. Your presence elevates our gathering, adding depth and meaning to our shared traditions and values. So, brethren of the Grand Lodge of Ghana, let us be upstanding and raise our glasses in a heartfelt toast to our visiting brethren, whose presence here today strengthens our bonds and reaffirms our commitment to the universal principles of free ministry. May we continue to grow in brotherly love, unity, and shared purpose. To our visiting brethren, our distinguished sisters, our distinguished visitors and friends, we are happy tonight to be here and to say on behalf of all of our visitors that we feel good because we are at home. We are at home. This is a wonderful occasion, and I always say, as the largest organization of men around the world, we must continue to unite and work together for the perfection of humanity. If every man thought the way we think as Masons, the world will be a wonderful place to live in. Yes. So we say to all of us, God bless us. God bless craft masonry. And may our future continue to roll. And may your highness continue to reign with strength. This is why we give you that palm tree. You know the palm tree. It's difficult to fall. You will always be there. God bless you, my brothers. God bless you, our visitors. And thank you for this wonderful occasion. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Brethren, by command of the most worshipful Grand Master, I give you the tireless toast. To all poor and distressed Masons, wheresoever they may be, on the land, the sea, or in the air, wishing them a speedy relief from their suffering and a safe return to their native land if they so desire. Happy to meet, sorry to part, hoping to meet again.